Hello to everybody. How are you? I hope that you are all in good mood. I hope that wherever you are in all sides of country, for those who are at east, west, south, and north, you are feeling okay. So let's come to today's session. Now we are going to discuss about relativity concepts and postulates of special relativity. As we see here, this is a point from physics where we can have full meaning about it. So today's session we are going to see about this concept of relativity. This concept of relativity can help us to know about frame of reference. Sometimes when you say frame of reference may become difficult to you, but after following this content here, I think this problem or this question will be solved. Also, we'll know about what are the postulates of special relativity, because special relativity has postulate. It will be easy for us to know what are those postulates of special relativity. Also, we'll be able to know the terms used in special relativity. These terms are so very special. Everyone who follow this content here have to know the information about it. So let's go ahead by looking about introduction to special relativity. When we say special relativity, this is a point or a theory in physics where you have to look for observers who are moving at constant velocity. When we say constant velocity, what do you understand? A body may move with constant velocity. It means that that body which is moving at constant velocity, it has zero acceleration. Also, there is someone who is at rest. If a body is sitting there at rest, it has no acceleration also. It means that in those two cases, if you do an experiment, you can get the same result. It means that for those bodies, the one who is moving at constant velocity and the one who is sitting there has no acceleration. For those two bodies, there has no acceleration. So this special relativity deals on those observers who moving at constant velocity or those observers who has zero acceleration. Otherwise, if it is there, you have general relativity. General relativity deals with observers who are undergoing acceleration. It means that acceleration can vary also at that time of the velocity also can vary. So let's say this track. If you see this track, if this one in track here, there is someone who is there in track, you can throw up a ball. This ball can come vertically to him. So what can he observe? So the condition is that this car or this track can have a constant velocity. If the velocity is constant, this ball will come directly vertically. What are the external observers? So it's what we say the experiment that can be done for observers with zero acceleration or observers that are moving with constant velocity. The experiment can be the same. This is what special relativity deals with. So general relativity, it is the case where a observer has an acceleration. Where this idea came from? This idea came from Einstein. This special relativity is an idea of Einstein, Albert Einstein, from 1905 to 1908. Albert Einstein developed the theory of relativity. How about the result from observers who is at rest? What about the observer was the result we'll get when the flame is moving? So these are the points Einstein tried to look about. Let's see, go ahead by looking at the terms used in special relativity. When we say relativity, this is the study of how observers measure the same event. It means that we have two observers. These observers need to measure the same event. For example, if an observer is in the car which is moving, another external observer want to see the same experiment, the same event. So what are the results? The study of how different observers measure the same event is what we call relativity. So when we say special relativity is the theory in an inertial frame of reference. The motion of an object is relative to the frame from which it is viewed or measured. Special relativity is where there is what we call inertial reference frame. If that flame has a constant velocity, the result can be the same. If the flame is moving at constant velocity, if another flame is at less, then they perform the same experiment. That time they will get the same result. When we say flame of reference or reference frame, what is it? Flame of a reference or reference flame, it is the flame, the coordinate we can look about by using those coordinates. Then we determine the position and the velocity of object in that flame. If the ball is in a pickup in a car, so that we throw up the ball, so those coordinates we are going to use in order to measure the experiment in that flame is what we call reference flame. If someone is there on the ground and he is going to perform an experiment, that is another flame, so that where the acceleration is constant. So these are the points that are very interesting in this unit, where we have to look about those ones. So even if we are looking about the body which is moving or the body which are at rest, the reason why you have inertial frame of reference. What is inertial frame of reference? Inertia, as you understand, that is law of inertia, are those frame of reference that flows, that obeys the law of first Newton's law of motion. You know that law of inertia tells that if a body is in a motion, it will continue to move at motion if there is no external force applied on it, or if the body is at rest, the body will continue to be at rest. The condition is that for the inertial reference frame, there's a flame which have the constant velocity, or those the flame which have zero acceleration. If a flame has zero acceleration, it means that it is inertial reference frame. Otherwise, if the flame has the acceleration which is changing, is non-inertial reference frame. But inertial reference frame is how we can difference it with non-inertial reference frame. So here there are first postulate and second postulate of special relativity. When we say this first postulate of special relativity and the second postulate of special relativity, there is a statement which is there. First postulate of special relativity, the idea that laws of physics are the same and can be stated in their simplest form in inertial reference frame. First postulate of special relativity states that in inertial reference frames, all experiments are the same. No matter where the flame is, the condition is that in inertial reference frame, all the laws are the same in inertial reference frame. If I perform an experiment in inertial reference frame, in one inertial reference frame, it can be the same if I move to another reference frame. For example, if I am in a car which is moving at constant velocity, then I perform an experiment, I will see the same result as the one who is at the ground. The condition is that the flame is in inertia. So the postulate of special relativity, the relativity postulate. This is the first law of a special theory of relativity. The first postulate of special relativity is the idea that the laws of physics are the same and can be stated in their simplest form in all inertial frame of reference. The laws of physics are the same in any inertial frame of reference. The second postulate is about the speed of light. The second law, the speed of light is the same for all observers, no matter what their relative speed. No matter of the speed of observer, but the speed of light is the same for all observers. So in few, this is the content for today, and I can call upon you to come and try to know it clearly, and I hope that you will able to know these terms used in special relativity, and everyone, I think, is able to explain the difference between those two frames of reference and the laws of special relativity. So let's show you this example of activity. You will try So how do you explain frame of reference? Why do we need reference frame? What is special relativity and general relativity? What are the main principles of special relativity? Is theory of special relativity proven? Explain. So thank you so much. We shall meet another time. Let me show you other resources you can visit for more information. For more information, you can visit my site, my Google site, which has written here on the screen. Also, don't forget to make subscription. Click here and say subscribe. Also, click on that link so that you get more notification as we add more videos here. We shall meet another time. Thank you so much. We are together.